There's nothing sweeter than having a well-balanced kitty, and I know the perfect place to help you achieve that sweet spot. KittyCandy.net has everything you need, plus more to keep your kitty box clean, balanced, and maintained. No more litter box kitties, ladies. Check out my Kitty Candy on IG to start your journey to kitty greatness. I don't really care. Anyway, what is his name? Look it up. Prince Don. Yeah, Prince Don. And the Attorney General has opened up a case against them, okay, and filed charges. Not only that, they have a ton of civil lawsuits that have been filed against their companies, Curl Bible, and a few other. I mean, she got so many damn business. I think it's Alakazam apps. What else they got? The tax. I forgot the name of the tax company. I mean, it's so damn business. So many damn businesses. But okay. I exclusively gave y'all a story on this when it first hit the scene, okay? I had a lot of people reaching out to me saying, Tasha, Dana Chanel is a scammer. She's a scammer. She's a scammer. I said, okay, well, listen, I need receipts, okay? You can't give me a receipt on, okay, I bought something for $6. I never got it. Stuff gets, just lost in the mail, all types of stuff, right? So it was never anything. But then when her husband got accused of one, I guess, stealing the tax company. So basically what he does is he has a tax franchise service, okay? So where he teaches young aspiring entrepreneurs to be tax owners, like tax company owners. So basically they would do your taxes, And so he built, an app, some software, apparently stole the software from one of his friends, and decided to franchise it, and he makes a shitload of money. I think he charges like $5,000 a pop, if I'm not mistaken, for the course, okay? And so when I was getting hit up, when all of this was hitting social media about her, scamming, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I did conduct my own individual investigation, okay? And so what I did was, without contacting these two, I contacted a lot of the companies that were franchised from taking his e-course, okay? And paying a lot of money for that e-course, all right? And so, because I wasn't really worried about the $6 here and the $10 here, like I said, things happen all the time, and so it really wasn't enough. But when you got entrepreneurs saying, he took me for $10,000, he took me for $5,000, I didn't get what I paid for. And so what I did was I contacted people who had gone through his e-course program and had businesses, okay? And then I contacted people who were in the business. They never knew that I was doing this, okay? And so I basically got the map, because he has an app, and you can see where other tax companies are that are franchised under him. And that's another thing. So once you graduate the course, you have to pay a franchise fee. So it was kind of a genius idea for him to do that. So not only is he planting entrepreneurs out there with their own businesses, but they also, got to first fruit that money since you're going to use the name, okay? And so I contacted, like I said, people who had gone through the course, people who were in the course, and people who had actually started businesses, and all of them had great things to say. Now, there was a few that said, they had got into the e-course when he first started it. It was a little bit unorganized, but for the most part, he is very on it, and he is very attentive. That's his baby. Now, everything else outside of that, his wife does, with the Curl Bible, the Alakazam apps, and things like that, okay? And so recently, they've made a video basically pleading for their innocence, pleading for the public to speak up, saying that if you've had a good experience with our companies, please feel free to leave a review on an app that we are building and launching for entrepreneurs, okay? Because apparently a lot of Black businesses get targeted when customers are unsatisfied, and so she feels like they've been wrongfully targeted. Now, I spoke with Tony the Closer personally, okay, who knows Dana and her husband and her father personally, who runs the company, okay? And now, although he did tell me a lot of stuff off of the video, because our cameras did die, and so that's why this is all audio, because it's supposed to be video. We did conduct a full interview with Tony the Closer, ex-NFL player, now real estate broker, teacher, and things like that. And so he did give us an inside look at how Dana Chanel's program and how she was able to scam for so long down. Okay, and so here's just a little bit of information, and then when we come back after this video, I'm gonna break it all down for you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what else he told me when the cameras went dead. Okay, and so let's go. So let's address entrepreneurs like Dana Chanel and her husband. I've personally defended them because I kind of looked at her business model, and I don't think she knew or her husband knew that I conducted my own internal investigation, like an outside investigation outside of them. And I called up people who were signed up in their program and who went through their program and who finished their program and who were tax accountants. But as far as the consumer side, buying products from Curl Bible or any other businesses that she had, I didn't get a chance to get information on those. But I've personally spoken to people that have finished this course or was in his course, and they had all pretty much great things to say, and they were all out making money. So from what I had gathered internally, they had no idea. Like, I've never met them, I've never spoken to them, that I've conducted this. I, pretty much put out what I had found. And so I just kind of want to get your thoughts on that. You know Dana?
I know Dana. She spoke at my event. Me and her and her father actually for a while had got pretty close.
Okay.
So obviously, like, this situation was big. When I was obviously calling out Jay Morrison, people were really, like, hey, you calling out Jay, but you're not speaking on your friend on the other half that you just had speaking at your event. And I had to publicly come out and say, even Dana Chanel, who I consider a friend and an associate, I can't stand next to any scammer. Anybody that's taking advantage of people where they not delivering or whatever, then you got a responsibility to make that correct. And I personally called her. I told her, like, hey, I don't know the details. I don't know all the stuff that you got going on behind closed doors, but obviously, like, you're not taking care of people and there's something going on. She goes, it's the cost of doing business. And I go, shit.
She told you, Dana Chanel told you it's the cost of doing business.
It's the cost of doing business.
You make some happy.
Some people gonna be happy. Some people going not be happy. Obviously, like, I had a lot of people that were sending me, pretty credible people sending me, like, their experiences and, like, documentation behind it. So at that point, I just had to distance myself, like, and I told people, I said, Dana never did anything wrong with me. And this is what a lot of people. This is my major problem with scammers in the scamming community. You don't have to scam me for me to know you a scammer. We got too many people that because it didn't happen to them, we try to act like we got to defend somebody else's honor, word, or whatever. You can look and do some deductive reasoning a lot of times. You can look at somebody and say, hey, that doesn't add up. And for me personally, when you talk about deliverables and you taking somebody's money, I know how I am when I spend my money. I spend my money, I want whatever I pay for. That's how we all are. Now, if people are investing their money, I don't care if it's $200, 10,000, 100,000, people have an expectation. Now, if you are in a position where you're taking in all this money and you're doing it too quickly and you're not delivering on the product, I don't care if your intent was there or not, you're going to get a bad rap. And I reached out to her personally. I just want, because I did, like, for me as a friend, I don't want to bash you online without reaching out to you. So I told her, I was like, hey, my opinion, and this was last year before, all this stuff that's happened now with the recent charges and everything. I was just like, hey, fix it. And she said, hey, it's the cost of doing business. At that point,
Now, she's been charged criminally and the attorney, I believe, by the Attorney General.
Sure. Yeah.
So she has civil cases going on. The Attorney General in Pennsylvania has stepped in. And I wouldn't want to fuck with them white folks out there in Pennsylvania. You see how they did Bill? You know what I'm saying? They're not playing. And it's really sad that it got to this because what I gathered from Dana, from looking at her business model, was that Dana is the mouthpiece. She's the marketing piece.
Let me tell you, that woman is incredible.
I know.
When it comes to opening her mouth.
Okay.
And I'm talking about, she spoke at my event, and I've never seen somebody turn it on.
That's her gift. I know.
Like,
I've seen her.
I was wowed at how she turned it on. So, like, obviously it catches you. It's like she has a ability to capture you. But then, like, just the reality when you start looking at it, I don't care who you are. If it was Tasha K, I'd be like, hey, Tasha, come on now. Like, I can look at what people are posting. I can see what people are saying. I'm like, now, if you're a good person, like, some of this shit is that you just fix it. So I reach out to her. I obviously want, I don't want anybody that's around me to be caught in that type of stuff. I go, Dana, fix it. Like, I don't know all the details. I'm not trying to, like, judge you or whatever, but you got to fix it. You got a responsibility to the community of people that trust you. And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs go wrong. It's not just about collecting the dollars, but you also have to fulfill. And you also have the responsibility to even making right by the people that trust you. And a lot of people alienate the trust by trying to worry about the dollar too quickly. And then we got this thing of pride. And we all saw what she said. You don't like it, sue me. Right? We seen the shit. She was, hey, you don't like what I'm doing, you don't like my business strategy, my practices, then sue me. Now, yeah, we can all take that stance, but like if you truly care about those people that you're serving, then you do what the fuck is right. This was my friend. Like I called Dana, like I chopped it up with her.
Yeah,
but I also
she strikes me as kind of an entrepreneur narcissist, and we have those. Like once you pay your money, whatever happens after that point, that's on you. So this is a business, and there's truly no empathy or sympathy in the situation. And so, I personally feel she's an amazing marketing piece.
Amazing.
She can sell anything. I'm talking about she could probably sell my damn husband right now. You understand what I'm saying? That's how great she is at selling. And so what I saw by looking at her business model, because that's what I do, is that she creates too many businesses and it's not enough lead time. Because you understand, like when you create a business, there's a whole back end. I forgot what the little block was called, supply, demand, manufacturing, whatever. I forgot what it was called. Something that I learned in taking international marketing courses and stuff like that. But you have to give yourself at least 3 years before you take on another business. Because guess what? You're not going to be able to work out all the kinks and things like that and making sure people are getting fulfilled. But if you've already moved on to the second business, that's okay. And she keeps getting these ideas, right? And instead of just holding them in a little curl Bible book, she's filing paperwork. And you still haven't dealt with what's going on over here.
I think that was like her father. Like, you gotta just look at the reality of like, he was the mastermind behind their entire business, like everything. The dad, Magic is like who runs all that stuff.
So she's just truly a mouthpiece.
Magic runs everything.
Okay.
Let's be clear. Magic, Dana is the Magic that you see, but Uncle Magic, he's the one that put everybody in position to do these different avenues. So when you go into, and they got, whether it's the credit repair company or Curl Bible or whatever these different avenues and businesses that they have created, some are doing well, some aren't doing well. But ultimately, their problem becomes like when you start having people that aren't happy and then you just don't care and you feel like it's the cost of doing business. When she said that shit to me, like, hey, look, we all do business, right? But when you start speaking to a certain demographic and you tell those people that you're about them, you got a responsibility to those people. Now, you got major influencers that were hitting me up because they know I call out the scamming shit. So I was having some people that were literally sending me like things like, she was white labeling an app that she was,
I heard about that, yeah.
She white labeled an app that she was basically saying that it was hers. And then like basically when people weren't paying, like it was like a whole lot of people making accusations about whether their audience was being stripped and put into other marketing material. It was all kind of different things that people were saying. So basically, like, they were creating unlimited marketing if you look at it. Now think about it. If I got a bunch of entrepreneurs that are all sharing their if I get Tasha K, if I get Tony the Closer, I get like all these big people, you got 30, 40,000, 50, 100,000.
So basically she was bidding us. She was bidding influencers.
Well, no, she was getting getting their contacts allegedly, adding into her umbrella. Now, like if you're not paying or you're not fulfilling, like, so what she was doing was like hardcore, like, okay, if your payments are X amount of dollars a month, you don't pay, then your shit is cut off. Like they run a hardcore business. Like you don't pay, it's cut off. And then those people were losing their contacts or whatever information. And like, it was a lot of gripe that people were getting on the apps. It was just like, and I know more than I want to talk about, honestly, because I don't want to beat her up. Like the reality is, like I had distanced myself from her because, when it comes to the ladies and like even like I had respect for what they created. I don't respect like the shit that I've seen. And I'll just be honest, like if I seen her right now, I tell her like, man, like I told you fucking a year ago that you could have fixed a lot of this and kept yourself from getting this deep. Maybe all this stuff could have been avoided if you just kind of like, you know, cut the ego a little bit and really worried about the people that you say that you care about. Now, obviously, like hindsight's 2020. I'm sure she probably wish she handled some stuff differently. I wish them the best because at the end of the day, I don't want to beat up any entrepreneur. This shit is hard. But you also got to not, like, if you just coming in and you don't fulfill and you're taking advantage of people, you get what comes with that.
Well, I'm going to say this. You're going to get your ass a subpoena after this goes out. So, thank you, Tony. And we're back. Now, the cameras literally went dead. We have been filming for, how long did we film, like, yesterday? It was hours we were filming. We were filming for hours yesterday. And so as soon as like the good stuff got going, the cameras went dead. And this was kind of something that we did after we did his initial interview. So shout out to Tony the Closer.